Hey guys, welcome to Microsoft Flight Simulator. Today is a very interesting episode because I have two new things, actually no, three, that we're going to be going over today and just testing out, experimenting. So let's start with the most important one. I got these rudder pedals from Thrustmaster. They didn't give them to me, but I bought them. They're really nice. You might be able to see them on the ground. You can't really, but they do move. And the rudder does work. You just can't see it because you don't have the aircraft started at the moment, but they are pretty cool. I also got the Navigraph subscription, so I can use their map, use their charts, all in the flight simulator. It is so nice. And number three, a little bit less important, but I did change up the actual overlay we have. So I have the flight distance, and then I just have stuff. I might actually go ahead and delete the flight distance because it doesn't really work the way you would expect it to. I have a better idea actually. What I'm going to do here is I'll take this distance one and I'm just going to move it around, just closer to the middle here. And I'll go ahead and change it actually. So instead of that, it won't be a custom, and it will be our flight percentage. So now for you guys, you can just see that. So that's a little bit better. I mean, it's not, of course, not the best YouTuber. Anyway, so yeah, we got everything set up. So let's go ahead and get started. Actually, I don't have everything set up. Where are my checklists? There they are. Alright, now we are all good. So, of course, first things first, parking brake. I'll get to that in just a second here. Come on, there we go. It's going to be... Okay. Next, we have battery can come on. Battery is on. Standby power over here. Somewhere. There it is. Right, standby power is on. Ground services to ground power. There. We'll request ground power, and we'll also try and get some of these lights just on, kind of ready to go. It is dark-ish outside right now. It's getting a little bit brighter, it actually should be bright soon, but I'd really would rather have these lights on, because once we get the ground power switch on, you should see it. Move that down, turn ground power on, and you can see those lights will turn on. And I did realize we did forget to turn on our dome light, which is right over here somewhere. Dome light, where are you? Oh no. That's bad. Oh man. Is that it? Nope. Let's actually go ahead and turn that off. Oh no. Ground power switch needs to come off quick. There we go. Where's the dome light? There we go. Now we can turn ground power on and we won't have to worry about any of that. So now we can continue. Well, what the heck did I just do? Okay, anyway. What else can we get done? We need window heat and IRS. So window heat 1, 2, 3, 4. IRS 1, 2, 1, 2. Emergency exit lights, arms, seatbelt sign, and no smoking. Go to auto. Wait, that's equipment cooling. Auto and on. Let's go ahead and actually open the doors here so you can see if we can figure out the whole passenger boarding stuff. Open up that door and let's see if we can do ground services. Did I just disconnect the jetway? Wait a minute, no, come back. I didn't mean to do that. Ooh. Let's see if I can do like 115. I click board. Stairs. Come on, just get people on. Is the jetway connected? I can't tell. Alright, it is. Come on. Deplane. I don't want to deplane. Oh, I guess we already have all 115 people on. Alright, whatever. Let's go ahead, actually. IRS, emergency exit lights, and actually we can go now into here. Init ref, FMC. Let's go ahead, enter the IRS position there. That's good. With that done, we can now go to our route, which I will import from SimBrief, actually. So we're down on the ground here in Chicago O'Hare Airport, flying over to St. Louis Lambert Airport. Didn't mean to press that, but let's go ahead actually and we'll focus on that. We'll go ahead and load as active flight plan and load this into a route. So origin is KORD. Destination is KSTL. One second. KSTL, put that in. Runway for takeoff here. Let's actually load up the so it's gonna be 22 left here, 22 left. We can actually double check it out on ATIS here. O'Hare ATIS. And we'll tune ground.
Airport information, India 1200 Zulu. Wind 274 at 5.
Well,
Sky condition 1,800 feet, scattered 4,100 feet, scattered 13,100 feet, scattered. Temperature.
okay, well, arrival runway is gonna be runway. Could be departure, might be 27 right, or the two. So it's they're running the 27s and 28s today. So we can actually go to maps. Actually, that's not what we want. Let's go ahead and actually open up the charts here. For the O'Hare Airport. So of course we're actually oh my gosh, I'm gonna lose my mind if this won't just go away. Go away. Also get rid of that. We don't want that. So we are, let's see, the 27s and 28s, which are gonna be facing this way. So they wanted us originally to use that runway. So we might be stuck with 28 center, which the closest one to us right now will be 27 left or 27 center. Kind of want to do 27 center, or if we wanted to make this flight annoyingly long, we could go for 27 right. Let's not do that. Let's just go for 27 cent. Ooh. Actually, 27 center is a little thicker, so let's try that then. Just clear, get out of, yeah. 27 center. I do want to, actually, should we actually no, 27 right's really short. Yeah, let's just go for 27 center, yeah. Just depending on whatever runway they do give us. We can actually request our IFR clearance and see what runway they will give us.
United
28 right.
Airport as filed. Take
What
off
the heck is 28 right?
and maintain 10,000 feet.
27 center. Oh, it's that one right down there.
20.55 squawk tree 545.
We'll acknowledge that. 28 right instead.
Louis Airport as filed. Take off runway 28 right, climb and maintain 10,000 feet. Departure on 120.55 squawk tree 545.
United 414 readback is correct. Contact ground on 128.975 when ready to taxi. Good day.
So for the departure, it's gonna be 27 right instead, but we will still have the same stuff. And then I think our cruising altitude for today is actually gonna end up being 28,000 feet, so 280 is gonna be our cruising altitude. 70. What should I go? Why does that say 73? I don't. That doesn't make sense, but apparently that's what it is. Okay. Anyway, let's go to cruise destination. None of that matters. Let's go to legs. Actually, no. Let's do this. Departure from KORD is just gonna be just 28 right departure. Nothing else. No SIDs. Arrival, however, into St. Louis is probably going to be runway 30 right. 30 right with the Arch 2 arrival and transition of RBS. And now, in between those, we have some route discontinuity, which is going to be 2 waypoints. Bacon, B-A-C-E-N, so B-A-C-E-N. And then B-L-O-K-R, blocker, B-L-O-K-R, blocker. And then that's it. We just input RBS there again. And we can go ahead and double check what our flight plan looks like. So it's going to be a 90-degree left turn out of 28 right. We can try and get 22 left, because that's what our flight plan was originally meant to do. But if we can't, then we'll just have to stick with this, because it doesn't really matter anyway. Because there's no SIDs, so you have to follow. And then here's our arrival and what that's going to look like. There actually is an interesting vector. Yeah, let's go ahead and I like to delete those vectors because those actually just end up. I'm read XL. Come on. XL there. Forco. Why can't I just... Hold on. Try this again, legs. Let's try and delete this weird Forco waypoint, and then we'll just try that, and then we'll go and see what that looks like here. Wait a minute. Huh? Oh, we just go back there, but we also need to fix that vector. Okay, that works. So let's actually go ahead and activate that. So let's go ahead and get out of the plan mode, go back to map, and we can press activate and exec. So now we can actually go back in and we can see that a little closer. Make that little left turn, and then you just make that right turn to join the ILS. That's all good. So that's pretty much our route entered in. Now we go to the init ref. Copy and paste that in, copy and paste that in. Cost index is apparently 73, which doesn't make much sense to me at all, but apparently I'm gonna just go for like 20, because that makes the most sense. So let's go ahead and see what else there is. Unable 280 at honk. What the heck is honk? You know what, whatever. Depending on which runway we get, I think we'll be fine with 15 degrees. So 125, 125, 123, 132. Center of gravity, copy and paste that. Trim is going to be 5.51. Here we go. And then not much else to do there. So that's pretty much our flight plan. Good. Elevator trim is set. That's all good, which means we can now get APU up and running. So left and right fuel pumps will come on, and once we get no warning lights on those, we can go ahead and get APU start running. We actually can get our thing here done. So 28 right is going to be a heading of airport info. Let's see what that looks like. So 28 right, our runway is 13,000 feet long, so plenty. Its actual heading is 273. So that's what our course is going to be set to, unless we have something else we need to do. So 273. And 273, once I do this, I'll double check that our APU is up and running. This will be 273. And APU, I think, is started, so why don't we go ahead and get APU generators left, right, and APU bleed on. We can go ahead and finish this up though, set that to around 160. Double check, that's all good. We are clear to climb to 10,000 feet, so we don't have to change that. Autopilot panel is good. We can now actually go ahead and turn off the ground power switch. We can go ahead and disconnect ground power. So let's go ahead and actually do that, which is going to be in FS actions, ground services, release ground power. Fuel pumps all, so 1, 2, 3, 4 are on. Electric hydraulic pumps, we can go ahead and skip over the autopilot panel since we already did that. Transponder mode and minimums, which we can also actually set to the airport chart. Let's go ahead and view that actually. Landing runway is going to be 30 right, 9,000 feet long. And how thick is this runway? Does it say? It does not say how. It should say how thick it is, right? Does it not? I thought it usually does. Nope, I guess it's 11,000. No. We're landing on that side. I would like to get 30 left, however, because that would like let us land there. It'd be a shorter taxi route, you know, longer runway. Can I just like put 30 left in there? Can I just do that? Let me just try that very quick, actually. Because the arch to arrival, I believe, works for both runways, right? Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and try 30 left. Let's see if we can actually set that up in here first, and then I can actually... If I go to flights, I'd have to go here, and then set the arrival runway. And set it from 30 right, we'll go ahead and use 30 left. We'll go ahead and click add to route, and you can try and use the same arrival if that still works. Yeah. And then we'll go ahead and actually set that up in here too as well in our arrival. KSTL, go ahead and use 30 left with the arch to via RBS. Click exec, double check we don't have any flight discontinuity. We do have one here. What happened here? Let's see exactly what's going on here. So I'm pretty sure Bacon, Blocker, RBS, Jark, Basco, Gordo, Honk, Petty. Oh, it just wants us to loop around and do that again. So how about we actually... We'd have to go to delete. We'd have to delete... Why can't I delete? Can I just clear? Delete. Delete Forco, delete Oshi, delete Eads, and delete Scott. Delete Petty. Wait. I'm trying to get that in. Let's try that again. Hopefully there's not a weird little loop in here this time. And then we just gotta add that little turn there. So now it should work. We can just make that flight down there. We can actually zoom out here. And there's something weird that happens after arch. We go back to Petty. No, that's... Is there another arch before this? Bacon Blocker. RBS. Jarky, Blasco. Gordo. That, and then you have Honk, and then you have Arch. Then it goes to Petty. Something weird, though. Oh, just wait. After Petty, it goes back to RBS for some reason. It just like loops back around. Gordo. Delete. Honk. Delete. Arch again. Delete Petty again. Delete Scott again. Delete Eads again. Delete Jark again. Delete Basco again. There's a lot of these that are acting up really weird. Oshi. What the heck is going on? I'm so confused. Okay, hold on. Okay, hold on. Let's go ahead and fix this because now we have a little bit of a broken... Alright, 30 left. Arch 2. RVS. Stack. And now we have this really weird, strange... Actually, okay, now, wait, now it's fixed, right? Alright, there we go. That works. Bacon blocker. Okay, fixed it. Okay. So now let's go ahead and actually load this or active flight plan using 30 left. We might have to go back and get IFR clearance again. Nope, we don't. It's just the same flight plan. Nothing else has really changed except for that last runway. So we're good. Now that we have that all sorted out, how about we zoom back in and continue on with our checklist. So minimums do need to be set to whatever the minimums are for runway 30, which is gonna be actually, let's try and find the charts here for let's try and find there it is, St. Louis Lambert. Let's go look for charts approach. We want the ILS here, probably for runway 30 left. That's RNAV. ILS 30 left. And let's double check and see what's going on here. Tormy Joyce and all that. And the minimums are at 200 feet. Pretty much just kind of the standard. At least standard is what I've seen. It's about 200 feet. .50 radio. Let's go ahead and get that to 200 radio. Bop. 190. Alright, so there we go. Ground power. Doors can now be closed. So let's go menu. Alright, doors are closing. Wheel chocks can now be removed. FS actions. Ground services, remove wheel chocks. Let's go ahead and see if we can get that jetway to be released. And as you can see, if we look outside now, it is actually getting nice and bright. Let's go ahead and actually get that jetway properly disconnected. Look how pretty this looks. Looks like so nice. Nah. So nice and pretty day today. Let's hope it stays that way. So currently we have wheel chocks removed and we can now get taxi lights on. When we turn off lights, I think we'll turn those on because it's a little bit dark still. And I can actually probably bring back some of the lights here in the cockpit now. I'm just gonna bring back some of the panel. Sorry. Everything seems to be good. Ready to turn off anti-collision, and we can start push back once you just get anti-collision. Whoa, why is it like lagging? You know, it's like that's very, very weird that it's lagging this much. Seen this? Look how weird it's being. It's like acting up. It's gotta be just like, if I close this, does it behave better? Huh. Very weird. Am I like running anything that's making it like let me open up my task manager. Just to see what's taking up so much. Huh. I have no idea what that is. It's just stuff is making it super, super laggy, I guess. Actually, it's a little bit better now. But let's go ahead and try and open up the Navigraph charts one more time. Hopefully don't lag out too much. Holy crap. Tell me you lagged the game without telling me that you lagged the game. Damn. Look at all that. Anyway, how about we just zoom in, focus this on Chicago, and let's just like try and hide the route. Alright, whatever, there we go. So let's go ahead. see. We are ready for pushback. So either way, we're going to be taxiing south, which means we want our tail to be facing north.
Cockpit to ground.
Nope.
This is ground. Stand by.
Ground, please cancel pushback operation.
Just give me a second.
Roger. Pushback canceled.
Just let me pre-plan the pushback. Okay, so our tail is going to be one facing north, which is going to mean we're going to turn this way and put ourselves probably just like over here, just on one of these. We'll just say, for now, we're going to have to be like here probably for a nice, so actually, what we could just make him like, no. Hold on. Try that again. And instead, we can just try and see if they'll actually end up doing this. And just kind of move us there and then turn us back around and put us on the second taxiway down here. It'd be a bit of a longer taxi route, but I would like that. So let's request that to push back. And get engine started. And actually, I do want to do a little bit of an experiment. So let's just quickly go on hold while I see if this will actually open and if this will actually work. It'd be cool. It'd be like the 5th new thing we're doing. So this is actually a mod, not really a mod to the flight sim, but a app I downloaded that actually has, since we're a United Airlines flight, it actually has the United Airlines safety video audio. So if you guys want, which doesn't matter anyway because I'm going to be playing it, I'm actually going to quickly see if I can add that. So I'm just going to see if I can do that. Let's go add, did that work? Turn that down a little bit and we'll start the video, see if that works. Here you go.
Cleared for start and push.
So enjoy this as we do our pushback. Just a little safety video.
Welcome. We're excited to have you aboard, and we appreciate your
Parking brakes
attention
are
as we
released.
demonstrate the safety features of this aircraft. FAA regulation requires you to follow the instructions of
It
our
will
crew
start in
members
the sequence.
and comply with posted and lighted signs.
It's important to have your seatbelt on at all times. To fasten your seatbelt, slide the metal end into the buckle. Tighten by pulling the loose end of the strap. Lift the buckle to release. When the seatbelt sign is on, your seatbelt should be fastened low and tight across your lap. In case of unexpected turbulence, keep your seatbelt fastened, even when the seatbelt sign is off.
Please take a moment to look around in order to familiarize yourself with the aircraft. This Boeing 787 has 8 exit
737.
4 on each side of the aircraft. If the doors are opened in an emergency, slide rafts will automatically inflate. In a water landing, slide rafts detach from the aircraft and are used as life rafts. All 8 exits are marked with overhead signs. As you locate the 2 exits nearest your seat, remember, they may be behind you.
Got it.
If you're seated in an exit row, you may be asked to assist the crew during an evacuation. If you're unable or uncomfortable, please ask a flight attendant to be moved. If you must evacuate the aircraft, exit path lights on or near the floor will illuminate and guide you to the exit. Look for a changing color or an exit sign to indicate you've reached an exit. Leave all carry-on bags behind. Please refer to the safety card in your seat for the operation of the exit doors on this aircraft.
If necessary, an oxygen mask will drop from above your seat. If a strap appears, pull down on the strap to access your mask. Firmly pull the mask to extend the tubing. Place the mask over your nose and mouth and slip the band over your head. The band does not require adjustment. To start the flow of oxygen, breathe normally. Make sure your mask is secure before helping others.
Should you need it, you'll find a life vest equipped with a water-activated light under or near your seat. When directed, pull the tab to remove the pouch. Tear open the pouch, remove, and then fold the vest. Slip it over your head, wrap the belt around your waist, and secure it to the buckle in front. Pull the loose end to tighten. Inflate your vest just prior to exiting the aircraft by pulling down sharply on the red tab. You can also inflate the vest by blowing into the tube. This aircraft is also equipped with infant life vests, which will be distributed if necessary.
Smoking is never allowed on the aircraft. U.S. law prohibits tampering with, disabling, or destroying laboratory smoke detectors. Federal regulations also require passengers to comply with lighted signs and crew member instructions. 祝您旅途愉快。Make sure you've switched all smartphones, tablets, and e-readers to airplane mode. For taxi takeoff and landing, large electronic devices must be turned off and stowed. For international destinations, your flight attendants will advise you if it's necessary to turn off and stow your device.
Roger. Good engine start. Clear to disconnect. See you at the side. Have a good flight.
Holding position waiting for the visual. Thank you and goodbye.
We'll be taking off soon. Please review the safety card located near your seat. Stow your tray table, carry-on items, headrest, and footrest. Make sure your seat back is upright and your seatbelt is securely fastened. Please place your personal item under the seat in front of you.
All right, thank you, flight attendants, for that wonderful announcement. What did you guys think about that? Let me know if you are watching this. Just, I don't know, comment, please. So that was interesting. Actually, that seemed to be perfectly timed with our pushback. So we are pushed back now. We are on this taxiway, and I actually did go over our entire before taxi checklist. I got APU generators off, APU bleed is off, APU is off. You know, and then I also got packs on, anti-ice on, logo, position wing lights on, pitot heat on, and we configured the cabin altitude, cruise, and land. So it is now time for us to begin our taxi. So let's go ahead and get taxi IFR, and we'll try and get possibly two left. So they want 28 right. Let's try and get 22 left if they will let us. Can you please get 22 left? Select another runway. 27. Oh man. Wait, that wouldn't be 22 left, would it? Oh no, it would be. Never mind. We're stuck with 28 right. So I guess we'll just acknowledge that and begin our taxi. So here we go. Here we go. I can't tell if that was a voice crack or not. Either way, taxiing, going a little bit fast, pushing like 18 knots. So we are taxiing now. Let's go ahead, actually double check that everything is running. Since I did have it zoomed in quite a bit, but since O'Hare is a really like big airport, I will zoom in a little bit more. So here we go, coming up on a nice big turn. I'm a master at these. Just put in some more of those. Let's go ahead and just open up the map here. Alright, here we go. So they want us via Alpha 9 Bravo Tango, runway 28 right, Tango 28 center, Tango. We're crossing 3 runways. including crossing 28 right. I'm very confused with this whole taxi, but interesting. I am getting to master the basics of turning with this rudder pedal. I've done a couple little test flights with these to just kind of get used to it. Oh man, look at that view. No Chicago skyline, sadly, but man. Oh frick! Oh, other way. Turn. Not paying attention. Let's go that way. Let's go ahead and actually try and turn on flight directors if I can focus enough to do that. Alright, just putting a little bit of braking to try and just kind of keep that aircraft going to the left. And we are good there. So what else can we do? Oh, okay. What taxiway? We are on taxiway Tango right now. So I believe, what the heck? Why is there not a... There is no taxiway on this map. That's weird. I'm gonna try and open up the actual airport chart to see if that's more updated. 'Cause it should be, I feel like the actual airport chart would be, yeah. So apparently, according to wherever this is from, we're on November 2, and we just probably came off of like Lima or something. No idea what taxiway we're on right now. According to this, we're on Tango, but there is no Tango on this map. So we are actually now crossing runway 22 right onto another invisible taxiway that's not on the map. Crossing, still on Tango, by the way. And after this, we're going to cross runway 28 center, which we're coming up on right now. I think these X's represent taxiways that are now built that aren't in the charts. So, crossing on Tango, coming up on this one right here. This is also apparently Kilo Kilo and not whatever it thinks it is. So we are now on taxiway uniform, but I believe this is actually, Romeo, according to the ATC. The taxiways in this game are not very updated. Like, it's saying Romeo, Yankee. This is saying just Tango and not Romeo, Yankee, and then also they're just plain wrong. So we just crossed Foxtrot, making our way. Now we're on Romeo. And then there's this little like loop around section. And then I think we're taking Yankee up to 28 right. It was a very interesting path they had us take. They just had us go from our gate, which was all the way up here, straight down through here, cross the runway, and then take this little deviation up to Yankee, and then actually take us up there. So very, very interesting. Actually, even more exaggerated because we were up here, right? And then I think we taxied down here, straight down here, all the way over here. Then we're taking this all the way up. I feel like it'd be better to take a more direct route, especially considering that we don't have any AI traffic, so there's no reason for them to be like diverting us or anything. So very, very interesting. Coming up on the runway though, we have both flight directors on. Go ahead and drop one notch of flaps. We're going flaps 15 for today's takeoff. So we have one. Once we hit this next turn here, I'm gonna go 2 flaps. I think this is actually the approach lighting off to our left for runway 28 center. Oh, well, come on. There we go. So you do actually get a cool look at that. But flaps are at 2. Put in a little bit of throttle, maybe drop flaps 5 actually. And then I can also maybe turn on the landing lights here just to save us a little bit more time. Flaps going to 5 degrees. Coming up here on the holding point that we're going to be holding at, so we'll tune tower and go into the brakes, into the brakes, into the brakes, 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 stop. Parking brake set. Let's go ahead and request takeoff clearance in the meantime.
Ready for departure runway 28 right IFR to St. Louis.
15 flaps, auto brake, rejected takeoff. We'll acknowledge that. 299 we already have that set. Auto throttle, VNAV, parking brake is good, and flaps are at 15 degrees, so parking brake is off. Bring in throttle. We are going to be doing a taxi to the left, not to the right like it's suggesting here. We actually can see 28 right, the actual runway numbers. So we're going to go ahead and go full left rudder, full left brakes to try and get this turn in. Bring in a tiny bit more, just want to make sure that I'm fully centered. Let's go ahead. Little bit more to the left. A little bit less. Alright, we are pretty much lined up. Bring in more throttle, no takeoff config warning. Bring in, not full toga. 80 knots. Come up on V1. Rotating. Pulling back. Positive rate of climb. Landing gear up. Bring up 1 notch of flaps. Bring up 2 because they're past flaps 10 speed. Gonna bring the pitch down a little bit, make a little left turn here to make them. Actually, gonna bring in a little bit more throttle, and I'm gonna try and get auto throttle online. Autopilot is not activating. Hold on. Try that again. Auto throttle arm. There we go. So we didn't have an autopilot failure today. Go ahead and go into the level change mode. We're going to bring our speed actually up to about 215 knots. You can look at these clouds we're flying through right now. Tune Chicago departure. Kind of forgot to do that. As we pass our flaps 5 speed, we can bring it up to flaps 2, flaps 1, all the way up. I'm going to switch from VNAV here over to LNAV to try and get ourselves lined up with our departure here. Continuing on to our next waypoint, about 30 nautical miles. We're cleared up to 10,000 feet. Go ahead and zoom out on this map here. So we are a little bit to the right of our actual approach path, but should be joining that soon. We have no SID today. It's a very, very calm climb out. Not much to do, around 6,000. I don't know why we have like ILS stuff popping up here. We did have a good headwind for takeoff. What else am I missing? I don't think I'm missing anything. We got flaps are to 0 degrees. And we have nothing to do on our checklist until we reach 10,000 except to make sure we don't crash. Let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and just take a look at these scattered clouds. That is what I set the weather to. Did not perfect weather, but you know.
United 414, contact Chicago Center on 127.6.
So I'll be switching over here to Chicago Center. Go ahead and do that.
6 United 414.
So we're approaching 10,000 feet. I'll go ahead and tune.
Chicago Center United.
And we'll see if they'll actually give us full clearance. I'll zoom out on the map for you guys. Sorry about that, but we are good. Is this our cruising altitude? It better not be. I'm not cruising at 10,000 all the way to St. Louis. Ah, oh, thank goodness.
Climb and maintain 14,000 feet. United 414.
We'll actually go ahead and bring our speed up to about 250 knots. Acknowledge handoff.
0.55.
We'll bring our landing lights up. Go ahead and bring up those lights as well.
0,200 feet. Climbing 14,000 feet.
And once we hit about 18,000, somewhere around there, we can switch to standard, which is just 29.92 anyway.
Continue to basin as planned. United 414.
Holy crap! I just got off the phone. I just got off the wait. Yeah, I was talking to 127.6. You can't just
Going to 127.
have me switch in between the two like this. Come on. Pick a frequency.
Chicago Center United 414 is at 11,900 feet. Climbing 14,000 feet.
United 414, Chicago Center altimeter 29.9 to continue to basin as planned.
Hold on, guys. I kind of have to just get a photo of this because this looks so sick. Alright, just hold on. I know, it's like, oh, it's not normal or whatever. Just, there you go. Everything's back to normal, except I got a really sick screenshot, so it's 100% worth it. Sorry. So we're approaching 14,000. I'm assuming they're gonna have us climb to 28,000, which is our original altitude. We'll see though. I would assume that's what they're gonna do. If they're not, then I don't know. But let's see. Come on. Oh, really? Really? You're gonna have us stay at 14,000? Heck no. Give me 28,000 feet. Make me angry.
Request flight level 240.
Climb and maintain 240.
United 414, climb and maintain flight level 240.
Alright, and I can also bump our speed up here to 275 if we wanted to.
Climb and maintain flight level 240. United 414.
240. 240. E. I think I have like a pretty nasty cough today. Let's see. So we are currently over Joylit. Isn't actually okay. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to all the people who live in that city down there, but your city name is literally toilet without a J. I'm like, why would you like live there? And also, I'm noticing a little bit of a error here with the ground speed, like, just gonna getting mixed up with that. So I'm actually gonna move that a little bit more towards the middle. Sorry if it is flickering a little bit. That is me trying to make it look a little better for you guys. I actually think I did fix it. So go ahead and tune Chicago, contact Chicago.
United 414 is at 16,800 feet, climbing flight level 240.
And I think that's good. So let me just go ahead and save this. Save. There we go. And go ahead and close that and double check that it didn't like close. There we go. Okay, you guys can't just keep on switching me in between frequencies like this. Come on.
125 for United 414.
Let's go ahead and switch over to standard as we are flying through these clouds here. I don't think it's gonna, yeah, it's not gonna change anything, but it does look very interesting. You can see like the outline of the sun for a minute.
Chicago Center United 414 is at flight level 190, climbing flight.
So I was gonna double check, everything seems to be going well. Maps working, that's working, it is recording. I'm recording for about 56 minutes now. We're only about 16% of the way through the flight, but once we actually hit our cruising altitude and we get going like Mach 0.8, because we're only going Mach 0.6 right now, so not really that fast, not like cruising altitude type fast. So let's actually go ahead and try and get to St. Louis a little quicker. I do remember, by the way, if you're wondering how I got my clouds to look this good, apparently there's some setting that you can change in like the config files for MSFS to make the clouds like more fuzzy, because there's like usually like pixelated and there's like this setting you can change. You can look it up, but there is this setting here that does make it appear more fuzzy and less pixelated. Makes them look more like real clouds. And why are we turning again? Did we already hit? Oh wow, we are never gonna make it to 28,000 feet. Oh, okay, let's request flight level 280. See if they'll let us just climb to that.
14. Request flight level 280.
United 414 climb and maintain flight level
240. Expect flight level 280. Can time myself perfectly with them now because they're just
Climb and maintain
so repetitive. Always saying the same darn things.
280 United 414.
Let's go ahead and hide that. And so this is our current flight plan for from our 31 left. I could probably like go in here and I can make it a little better. I wouldn't set it to like whatever the, let's see. Let's go ahead and actually set up an approach for 30 left to just be ILS. ILS 30 left.
and maintain flight level 280.
Acknowledge that. Climbing to 280.
Climb and maintain flight level 280 United 414.
Yeah, let's actually just go ahead and set up the ILS here for final. So go ahead and click add. So that should actually get us the ILS approach. There we go. Look how perfect that looks, Hyde. Nice. From a 30 left, baby. Because the actual proper gates, the actual concourse, what we'll probably be parking at is over here. So A, B, Terminal 1. Why do they have they have 1, A, B, and D? And then E, and then 2. Why would you set it up like this? So you have A, B, why not make this one C? The gates are labeled C, but no. What? Hold on. That's A, that's B, that's C, this is Terminal 1. That's B. This is E, and that's Terminal 2. I mean, I guess it kind of makes sense, but it's still really confusing. I don't know why I'm like losing my mind over this. Anyway, we might be able to go Mach .8. Yeah, I'll go Mach .8 just to be safe. Because Mach .81 I might not be able to reach, because that's going to be creeping down and down and down. So we're leveling off here to try and gain speed. I might just try and bring it back to what we were at right now, which is like there. So the plane will just climb. We can get to 28,000, then we can do this whole leveling off thing. And then we can see how far we actually have until our top of descent from here, which is... Okay, actually I can check the progress. What's our fuel quantity gonna be at, oh, we're gonna have 17, okay, that's quite a bit of fuel still. Until our actual top of descent, how much time do we have? Not even gonna say. That's annoying. Anyway, we are actually going pretty fast. Let's go ahead and actually bring up our speed here to Mach .8. And then I'll go ahead and put you guys in the, map. It's probably gonna be like 80 nautical miles, but we're covering like one every... Actually, let me count this very quick. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Basically, like every 10 to 11 seconds. We'll just say 10 seconds per nautical mile, which means by the like for 80 nautical miles, it would take us 800 seconds, which is about 15 minutes. Yeah, 10, 12 minutes. So really not going to be at our cruising altitude for that long. But let's go ahead and actually, yeah, I think it's already leveled off. Or turn the seatbelt sign off. So go ahead and tune Chicago Center, and I will put you guys in the showcase camera for a little bit.
Chicago Center, United 414 flight level.
Probably won't be for long, but I will. Now, which camera looks the best? I feel like pointing towards the sun will get really annoying. So let's go for... Actually, that one looks sick. So go ahead and use that. I'll go ahead, close up that charts, and I will turn on the... There you go. So, I am gonna turn off my mic, you know, just let you guys chill for a little bit. I will try zooming out on the map a little bit more for you guys to try and, you know, just get a little better view of where we're going. So, yeah. We are making a little turn here, but I am going to go for now. So, see ya.
United 414, contact Chicago Center on 119.225. Good day.
Going to 119.225, United 414. Chicago Center, United 414 flight level 280.
United 414 Chicago Center. Continue to Akbar as planned. United 414 contact Chicago Center on 125.05. Good day.
125.05 for United 414. Chicago Center, United 414 flight level 280.
United 414 Chicago Center. Continue to Akbar as planned.
Decimal Tree United 414. Kansas City Center United 414 flight level 280.
United 414 Kansas City Center. Continue to Osbar as planned.
Alright, we're back. I'll turn the volume down a little bit. Here we go. It's time to switch back out of the cockpit, back into the, out of the showcase camera, back into the cockpit, and we were cleared to descend to flight level 180. So why don't we go ahead and do that without the entire game lagging like crazy. Level change will bring our speed back, put out some spoilers as well to help us slow down. 180 is where we're cleared to. And level change. We are descending now. Let's see if we can descend it even quicker here. Do some quick just double checking, things. Vertical speed, actually, now that it's negative, it is acting up again, so why don't I make some changes to that. Make the heading go further back, and also move the actual heading thing further back, and maybe move that just a tiny bit further ahead. Again, sorry if it's like flickering. That's not really, well, it is technically me doing it, but like I can't control the flickering. I'm just moving that to make sure that everything's working. I think the progress bar is actually broken, so let's go ahead and actually fix that. At least we had the flight percentage. There we go, 70% of the way through the flight now, and we finally fixed that issue. So we are descending at a pretty nice rate, so we're coming up on 286 knots. I'll just bring it up to 290. And we are actually, we did pass our top of descent. It's not telling us if we're on approach or not. We can actually go ahead and go through our cruising checklist, since we didn't do that while we were in cruise. So climb checklist, altimeter's at standard. We got all that. Now, actually, I might go ahead and do a little bit of a weather change here, because it's still just, like, I can try live weather. Yeah, live weather. Whoa! Holy crap. Alright, that got very turbulent. We're gonna ignore that. And we're gonna just try and set... Why is the wind, like, shaking the entire... No. Dang. We'll just do few clouds. That's fine for me. A little bit clear of weather. Let's just go for that. And we'll ignore the whole, our plane just violently shaking part. Let's go ahead and zoom in actually a little bit. Nope, not zoom out, zoom in. So now you guys can actually see a little bit closer where we actually are right now. So currently we are at 20,000 feet, descending, actually really just 19,000, so coming up on that, I'm actually going to try and put our spoilers out, our spoilers up, once we hit right here, because our plane's going to start pulling up, and hopefully that will help us maintain speed. Looks like it does, which is good. So let's go ahead and contact Kansas City Center. Kansas City feels kind of far from here, is it? We're in St. Louis. Kansas City is over here-ish, right? Actually, no. Makes sense. So they're probably going to have it, yep. We'll acknowledge that. Spoilers out, level change, dropping speed to 265 for now. And going down to 10,000 now. Quickly back to our checklist. Init RAF, auto brake, and seatbelt sign. So auto brake, for that, it's 11,000 feet long, so we'll just go for a 2. And then for flaps, we can either do 15, 30, or 40. I think we can get just fine with an 15. Unable 280 at honk. I'm not surprised. This isn't like, there we go. What's the altimeter? I'm not sure. We can't get ATIS information right now. I know there's gotta be a way to get. Huh. Interesting. So we are on course. Not really. We didn't deviate much. Let's see. Altimeter, landing light. So once we do hit 10,000, we will have landing lights to turn on, runway turn off lights to turn on, and altimeter, which I'm assuming it's gonna be 29.92 anyway, because that's like what it usually is at. So that's what I'm gonna set it to. If it's different, I'll fix that. But for now, we'll just keep it as is. So auto brake. Okay. So we are good. We did all of our climb checklist, all of our cruise checklist. We just got our init ref in for 15 degrees of flaps, 144 knots of airspeed. I'm gonna turn off. Okay, there's not much else to do. We just gotta kind of wait. We can look outside, you know. Look at this nice weather. We got our spoilers out, just slowing down. This has been a relatively short flight in terms of total time. Like, it's been an hour 20 minutes so far. Did autopilot just disconnect? Why is we getting like an autopilot reset? Like FMC. I'm gonna ignore that for now. Everything is not good because the LNAV just turned off. LNAV. LNAV. Okay, let's request a vector then.
Kansas City Center, United 414 requesting vector to next waypoint.
United 414 continue to SSKOT, turning and following heading.
I'll have to try heading select then.
On navigation.
That's really weird. The autopilot
Continue to
did
SSKOT
actually
turning and
deviate
following
off
heading
of our
250, resume on
path
navigation,
here.
United 414.
Gonna drop our speed though, 250, and we're gonna try and just turn back onto that path. We'll try and do EADS. Hopefully LNAV will come on. LNAV is not turning on. VNAV, will you turn on? LNAV, will you turn on? No. No, bring back our speed. Why did it just suddenly go to that much? I'm trying to do LNAV and LNAV is not working with us. Very interesting. I can try and cycle the autopilot. Very weird. Oh, discontinuity. What is going on? We have a... What the? What the? Trying to do a quick active pause here. There we go. So let's go ahead and actually quickly unpause here and see if LNAV will actually activate now. There we go. So we did diagnose that problem very quick. We did have an interesting error here. So we are a little bit high. We were given 10,000 feet. That's where we're going to stay for now. Down to 5,000. Go ahead and bring our speed back too, and we'll acknowledge that. Let's actually go ahead and turn off the AI audio communications, because that's not going to be fun. So spoilers are still out. We are coming into a little bit of a turn. Maybe that will slow us down a little bit. No, we're gonna have to keep them out. So coming in on Oshi, and then we'll just have to make our right turn here for the ILS. So if we actually do look at that map, we did have that interesting deviation that we had to fix, but it is just a little deviation, just a little discontinuity. But it did get fixed, and actually that's what we actually need to do. Bring our speed back here to 200. We'll acknowledge that handoff there.
128.1
Just trying to just slow down and just descend. Platoon Kansas City Center will contact them.
Kansas City Center United 414 is at 9,000.
I'm gonna try and actually drop 1 notch of flaps at the moment.
United 414, Kansas City Center altimeter 29.902. Continue to FDRKO as planned.
So here we go, coming up on 200 knots. That's where we're gonna hold for the time being. So currently, we have all that set. Auto brake is good. Through 10,000, we actually can go up here and turn on landing lights and when we turn off lights. And airspeed max 250, we're following that. Altimeter is set. Seatbelt sign, auto. We are all good. Approaching 74,000, 7,400. That's not what we're descending to. We're descending to 5,000. So we are coming in, 300 feet high on our approach is not that bad. So as we get closer and closer here, I will try and drop our speed down to 185 and bring in a notch of flaps as well. Going flaps 2 helps slow us down. We'll acknowledge that handoff now. 132.125 St. Louis approach now is who we're going to be talking to for the rest of this little bit. Getting close to flaps 5 speed, so I think that's what I'm going to go ahead and do now, is get flaps 5 all set. In terms of wind, I'm not seeing any wind at all, like, wind very, 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 very calm.
United 414, St. Louis approach altimeter
902.
29.902. Continue as planned.
Maybe we should introduce a tiny bit of wind, and by a tiny bit, I really mean a tiny bit.
You are 20 miles east. Maintain present heading and altitude. Expect ILS runway 30 right approach via TYRSH transition.
Nope, that's not what we need. We need 30 left approach.
Please stand by United 414.
We need...
United 414, roger.
This is kind of really urgent because we're really close to the airport. 30 left, other
Please
approach.
stand by United 414.
ILS 30 left, ILS 30 left, ILS 30 left. Come on, come on, come on, come on. That's what we're turning on to right now. We're turning on to ILS 30 left right now. Wait, no. Okay.
United 414 would like ILS runway 30 left approach vectors to final landing runway 30 left.
United 414, you are 18 miles east. Maintain present heading and altitude. Expect vectors ILS runway 30 left approach.
Alright, we'll go ahead and expect that. We'll go ahead and acknowledge.
Maintain present heading and
Coming up on
altitude.
flaps
Expect vectors
5,
ILS
so
runway 30
let's
left
try and
approach.
drop our
United
flaps 10
414.
here. And wow, I don't understand this. Look at this. Actually, spoilers I think might be decreasing that. Bring those up. There we go. So we are expecting vectors for the ILS 30 left, which is actually the airport should be off to our right. We should see it somewhere off to our right side there. We can see the actual city of St. Louis directly in front of us. And then the airport might be just hidden behind those clouds. But it is there. So we're coming up on Joyce. And let's actually see if we can open up the ILS charts for 30 left. Not that, I want just to look at those. So we actually are coming in. So once we hit Joyce, we will Trying to be around 3,500
United 414, descend
or 4,500.
feet.
Very like specific altitude.
Descend and maintain 4,500 feet.
We're gonna go ahead and drop our 15th notch of flaps. Not 15th notch, but flaps 15. Never mind, we're gonna go ahead and undo that and bring our speed back up to 165. I do understand that that is a landing gear flaps
Tower on
warning.
118 decimal flight. United
Shut
414.
up, oh my gosh, please. Trying to bring our speed up, but like the low airspeed bar is like sticking with us. There we go. So coming up now on that right turn, heading 303 towards the runway. 30 left, final landing. And we currently can't see any sign of the airport, assuming it's behind those clouds. But wow, St. Louis is not that big of a city. Look at it. Unless is that the downtown? That has to be the downtown, right? Never been to St. Louis, never planned to go to St. Louis, but that... Okay, actually no, it's a little bit bigger, but... not that impressive. We're gonna go contact St. Louis Tower now. We're gonna go ahead and turn on approach mode.
Inbound ILS runway 30 left approach.
United 414, St. Louis Tower.
Holy crap. Whoa, 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 whoa.
272 at Niner. Cleared ILS runway 30 left approach.
Whoa, 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 whoa. We'll acknowledge that, but holy crap,
Cleared
autopilot.
ILS runway 30 left approach. United 414.
Better start pulling up. Holy crap. We're actually overspeeding our flaps, you stupid autopilot. Dang. Yeah, it's gonna start... landing gear, flaps 15. We're gonna drop back to our reference speed. I have my feet on the rudder pedals now. Visual on the runway. Once we get 1,000, I'm gonna take over control, like I usually do. Zoom in here on the map. So cleared ILS 30 approach, not cleared to land just yet. Yeah, I'm going to zoom in, however, on this map. So, autopilot's doing a good job of keeping us on course. Flaps are at 15, but we are not. Oh, speed brakes are armed. Let's bring those up. We'll acknowledge landing clearance.
Cleared to land runway 30 left.
Hey,
United
I brought the spoilers up. Come on. I don't know why it's giving us a low airspeed bar. Like, it's moving up, too. Let's try and not do a go-around today. Whatever, we'll stick to 150 and just stay a tiny bit above our regular speed. 155? I don't get it. So, we just passed through 10,000. I'm gonna go ahead, take over control here from autopilot. Silence that warning. I do need to be extremely careful here with the controls, because for some reason we are extremely close to stall, or just a low airspeed warning in general. That's very, very weird. Not sure why that's happening. We are coming in a little bit to the left. All good though. Good on glide slope, a little bit low. Nothing a little bit more throttle can't fix, however. Coming in nice and stable. Coming in a little bit more low. Come on, auto throttle disarm, auto throttle disarm. Auto throttle is coming off.
100. 50. 30. 20.
floated. So just put some brakes in here. So, in terms of that landing, definitely very bad. I am still not used to these rudder pedals, and I just have been having issues with it lately. But, let's go ahead and contact ground now. Go ahead and stop.
121.075 for United 414.
Now that we are on the ground, let's go ahead and make our flaps come all the way up. 121 point... that... Let's taxi to gates very
St.
quick.
Louis Ground United 414 request taxi to the gate.
Speed brake.
United 414 taxi to gate
Landing lights, taxi lights on. Knowledge.
Taxiing to gate Alpha 8 using taxiway Quebec United.
Taxi lights are on. Auto brake off. APU, we'll go ahead and get that started, and we can now begin our taxi over to our gate, which is Alpha 8. Actually directly in front of us, which I find really nice. Let's go ahead and bring in some throttle. Why? There we go. So we did land. Definitely a terrible landing. Like, I mean, no, you just gotta work on that. You know, it just takes a little time to actually do good. So we did land. We used up about half of the runway. We got off. Taxiway pop. Okay. And now we're taxiing to our gate, which is Alpha 8 on the A concourse, which luckily for us is directly in front of us. This is the first time I'm actually going to be pulling into the gate here using the rudder pedals. So let's see how this goes. It's a very nice short taxi route into the airport. So here we go. Let's go ahead. Bring in the brakes, bring in the brakes, 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 brakes. Oh, a little bit more forward. Oh, nope, not all the way. Parking brake is set, and engines 1 and 2 are shut off. And APU generators will come on. APU generators are on. Seatbelt sign will come off. And we'll go ahead and get jetway connected now. Go back to jetway connection.
St. Louis Ground United 414.
APU bleed will come on. Anti-collision lights, just essentially all of these lights here. All of those lights are on, or off now. Auto brake, okay. Anti-collision, anti-ice, and the hose 2 hydraulic pumps right there. Where are those anti-ice right there? Wing anti-ice. There we go. What else are we missing? We can do the standby power thing there. Flight director off, and open the doors. We can actually try doing the deplane process here. So ground services, let's go ahead and see if we can actually go ahead, FS actions, doors, let's go ahead and open that door right there with the jetway connected. We can now go into the ground services and try and deplane. Not even sure if that's going to work, but we'll see. Here we go. Deplane start. Here's my question. If we look, will there actually be people, like, leaving? Nope, we are just inside of it and there's nothing there. It'd be cool if you could see people, like, walking down the aisle. I mean, you can't, so whatever. It is good now, so it's just, you know, little flight. Whoa, what is the flight control? There we go. all good now. We can now go ahead, and since this is not like a little connecting flight type thing, turn off the IRS, turn off the APU, and probably also turn off APU bleed. And the APU generators. And fuel pumps as well. Emergency exit lights, those will be disarmed. Window heat off. Packs off, those two up here, off and off. Cabin lights are off, exterior lights are all off, standby power off, and battery shut down. There we go. So that's it for today's flight. A little short flight here from Chicago over to St. Louis. Fortunately, you guys are going to miss the lovely outro that I usually do today because, I don't know, me being stupid, I just kind of forgot to start the replay, so you're not going to see that. You don't really want to see it because it was a really bad landing. I mean, hold on. Let's see what it looked like when we landed on the runway. So we touched down a little to the left. We just kind of go to the right, go to the left, and then we actually end up stopping, and then we turn. So that was a little lovely thing, I guess. But yeah, interesting flight. We had a little deviation there with the autopilot that we ended up having to fix. That, and then we did a little bit of experimenting with the pushback today and that little announcement. So you can see that little pushback thing. Yeah, so that is what we did today. And yeah, so see ya.